Hello everybody, welcome back. Aaron What's on here, bringing you Fable 3. Where'd Faraday go? I'm guessing he was released. Okay, Witchcraft Mary's here. All that's left to do is hunt down General Turner. Let's go meet Hobbs and Milton in the records room to see if they can't find something. Oh! Apparently they did.
What happened?
It was Turner. He's been here all along. He never left the island.
Where's Hobson?
You took him. Turner's been playing with us, playing with you. This is what he wanted all along, to lure you into a trap. He's been using hidden passages behind the walls. He's somewhere in the prison. I don't care what happens to Hobson, but we have to find Turner. He left through here.
Come on, Milton. Did you already pass me by? Hello, Milton. There you go. Figured out how to walk. You put one foot in front of the other. Now, come on. Hobson's in danger. As much as you don't like him, I like him. You know, despite the fact that he's all greedy and whatnot. Hey. Oh, treasure.
I know it's a trap, but I'm not sure Turner realizes who he's dealing with. He hasn't seen you fight like I have. We should be careful. He must have something prepared for us.
And the dig spot too.
I have begun the process of revolution in the quietest way possible. Talking to those I trust most, engaging the mood of the troops. It is clear that when the time comes, many among our ranks will join me in an uprising. We have all seen the ever-deepening chasm in our society, and the way our people have been oppressed by the king. Even worse, we have all at one time or another been the instrument of that oppression. Change is coming to Albion. It is inevitable.
I've heard that before. You know, I really wish Walter Becker was here so he could talk some sense to you, General Turner.
This is the pit. If he's hiding with all these lunatics...
Let me guess. Now the door is open.
He set them free. The bastards set them free.
Who gave them weapons? Seriously, how the hell did they get weapons? What kind of prison you running in, don't you? Shooting gallery.
At least they're out of their misery now.
You're hurt.
I'll be all right. I'm no hero, though.
Stay here. I can deal with Turner alone.
I'm sure you can. You have powers the rest of us can only dream of. There might be more coming. Go. I'll hold them off while I can.
Free Hobson. Don't worry, Hobson, I'm coming to get you. Whatever he's asking you to do, don't do it. If he's interrogating you horribly, just hold on. Like if he's bringing up, like, horrible... Oh, I see, you're fine. Okay, maybe not fine. Your eyes are just telling me you're just frightened like all heck back. I think one of them's actually bleeding a little bit. Or is that just bloodshot eye? Yeah, probably. Oh! Okay, if you could do that, why don't you just tell me what's going on here if you could face through your gag like that. Untie Hobbs. Yes, untie him. Untie him quick.
It's all right, Hobson.
There was no third prisoner. It was all him.
It's time for your treatment, Your Majesty. You're awake, Your Majesty. Good. I was afraid I might have set too high a charge. But then, you have powers the rest of us can only dream of. Hobson was mistaken. There was a third prisoner. General Turner, the finest soldier I ever served under, the finest man I ever knew, died 6 months ago. I couldn't save his life, but I wasn't going to let everything he believed in die with him. You see, it's time for a true revolution. And how does one bring down a king? How does one bring down a hero? By becoming one. Forgive me, Your Majesty. It worked. To the end of kings and queens.
All hail the King of Albion. Do you see now who the real enemy is? I am you. And only one of us can live. Leave my dog alone. Do you know how many people I've seen die for someone else's cause? How much blood I've seen spilled in the name of the crown? And how many have wasted away in prisons like this one just for speaking their minds?
A lot.
You called yourself a revolutionary, but what changed? We swapped one ruler for another. What gives you the right to dictate our lives? Your hero blood. Do you think it makes you better than us? Well, now it's my blood too. Witchcraft Mary may have been insane, but her work was inspired. I studied it for years before setting her free, but she didn't know how to use that knowledge. Why become a filthy beast when you can become a god? General Turner wanted a military coup, but I've had a better idea. I will simply take your place. I've seen how you behave. I've seen how you fight, how you make decisions. I know how to be you. And as King of Albion, I will end the crown forever. I watched Turner rot in his cell, too sick to say. I took care of him as best I could. And I learned the truth about his supposedly glorious Albion. Two identical heroes can't overcome each other. We would be locked in battle forever, always evenly matched. But I made sure the prisoners on this floor did some of my work. Now I'm stronger. I've watched you use these powers time and again. But to feel them coursing through me, it's incredible. You showed your worth when you spared Faraday's life. But as long as you wear the crown, you are the enemy of the people. I know many who wouldn't have taken pity on Mary. But that doesn't mean you should decide the fate of a whole country. A soldier must do what is necessary to protect his nation. When I sit on the throne of Albion, I will reverse every bad decision you ever made. And then I will free the people from the rule of the crown. It's a pity you won't see such a glorious day. The people of Albion will rule themselves. And the army will be there.
Alright, have you done bantering? I shut you up, didn't I? Says it wouldn't have worked out anyway.
Another revolution has failed. Perhaps it's as it should be. I don't know that I could ever have given up such power. Just remember this, King. Albion doesn't need you to sit on his throne. One day the people will claim their freedom.
Traitors keep heroes and villains. Moon's attempted coup has failed. But you have been confronted with questions that have no easy answer. Are you a hero or a politician, a rebel or a monarch? Only you know who you really are. For now, your place on the throne is safe, and Raven's Guard Keep is yours to do with as you wish.
That was quite an extraordinary and most unpleasant turn of events, if you don't mind me saying so. I never did trust Commander Milton, of course, but to attempt a coup by taking your place, why, it's diabolical. His death should serve as an example to all. And to think he was loyal to a traitor like General Turner. We should be thankful the General was a rather sick man when he was imprisoned, or Milton might have let him walk free.
Prisoner management for beginners.
We patch them up. They get knocked around some more. Bloody vicious circle.
I think it's this way to...
Your Majesty, let me give you a status update on the prison. We've accounted for all prisoners. All living inmates are secure, and final casualty tolls are being tabulated as we speak. The perimeter has been inspected, with security breaches identified and repaired. Patrols have returned to normal, with guard shifts rotating every 6 hours. We're all sleeping easier since you ran down those thugs, and the cemetery's quiet. And so now, I don't know. Your Majesty, I've performed all my duties. Now's the time when I'd normally await further orders, but I'm not likely to get any with Commander Milton no longer, in command. He had a set of books which covered different aspects of the penal system. They'd be awfully useful, but they disappeared during the riot. Think you could keep an eye out for them?
Sure. On. Let's see, this key locks previous enemies by areas of the race car keep.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I knew I could rely on you. This set of keys should give you access to all areas of the island. And my house. I'm gonna need those back, if it's all the same to you.
Alright, just give me one moment. I'm gonna look up the location of the books. Volume 1. Found inside general. Oh, okay. The first one's actually pretty easy. Yes, I will be recording this one actually.
I've had my fill of revolutions, coups, and rebellions. Can't people just do what they're told without making such a fuss?
Probably not.
Chronologist's Handbook, Volume 1. Prison Security. Security is the primary responsibility of the commanding officer assigned to any correctional facility. It is of such paramount importance that it must supersede all other priorities. The only conceivable exception to this inviolable rule is in cases where a member of prison staff is in mortal peril. For example, if prisoners, in the course of an escape attempt, have taken a staff member hostage. In such a case, it is entirely permissible to temporarily reduce security, as in response to a hostage taker's express demand, with full intention of restoring full security as soon as possible. Only once security is restored should the commanding officer attempt to neutralize or recapture the inmate or inmates responsible for the lapse. The only exception to this rule is, again, a case where a staff member's life is threatened. Basically, any time they threaten a member of staff, give them what they want, and then try to fix things later as best you can.
If anyone should find this, know that escape is possible. We've made it this far, and so could you. Which I guess you would have if you're reading this. I will leave word further on, in the hope it will help fellow escapees. We've made it into the boiler room and started in on the wall, working quietly. So far, Roger's plan has worked perfectly. Freedom is near at hand. Made it into the cave system. It's a testament to Roger's brilliance that he had the inspired idea for us to create wax heads, complete with hair stolen from the barber's shop to leave in our bunks to buy us time. It's too bad he's only just had the idea now, and didn't before we left. That must be the guards I hear coming. Ah!
Chronologist's Handbook, Volume 2. Health and Hygiene. Anytime human beings live together en masse in cramped quarters, hygiene quickly becomes a pressing concern. The fact is that most prisons prioritize security and order over prisoner comfort, which is all well and good, but in the summer it can be quite intolerable depending on climate. Prisoners should be given the opportunity to bathe and launder their garments regularly. Anything under once every 3 months, and you are just asking for trouble.
Alright. Give me one moment.
The Sanctuary shop has some new bits and bobs, I believe. Why not have a look?
Yeah. Actually, wait, what's the quest then? Oh, the demon door. Alright, Raven Sky Keep Interior. I need the records room. Is it this way? Yep, this way.
Any books you find, just bring them back to me and I'll review them carefully.
I'll give...
Maybe you can't review something you've never read before, but I'll view them anyway.
I'll bring them all back to you so that way we can get this up with. Let's see.
Chronologist's Handbook, Volume 3. Conjugal Visits. Contrary to popular opinion, a conjugal visit is not when a teacher visits the prison and teaches the inmates about verbs. Conjugal visits do not actually involve verbs at all. Well, they do. Actually, they can involve a surprising number, depending on the disposition, creativity, gender, and quantity of prisoners involved. But none bears repeating here. Just use your imagination. But not too often, as this can be harmful.
I'm actually using the Fable wiki for this, which is surprisingly handy. Wait. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So, but I had to take care of something. Okay. Okay, this one might be a bit of an issue. Sorry about that.
I'm at your command.
Take central path to the gallows. What ruined pier? Oh, this one? I was hoping I could collect these beforehand, but I guess I needed the key for them. Sorry, thought I was gonna eat something.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 4. Health and Safety Facilities. Every prison should have a sterile, well-stocked, and fully staffed infirmary. If you do not have a clean and well-maintained infirmary, you could face drastic cuts in funding, or even a reprimand should you be visited by certain representatives of the Bureau of Prisons, who may or may not have particular political leanings or an axe to grind. Trust us on this. An ancillary benefit of having a functioning infirmary is that your prisoners will be healthier.
Now it's just made me want to play Prison Architect again. And name my prison Raven Sky Keep.
My lord.
Yep. Alright. Level quality groups. Are you serious?
At your orders, sir.
Okay, from the docks, head up the hill and turn right into the cemetery. Wouldn't that be here? Go up a set of stairs, go to the right where a crypt is situated. Going up a set of stairs. Go right where a crypt is situated. Are you kidding me?
We're gonna be
No time.
I thought I took care of this problem. There we go. I thought I took care of that issue. Come on.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 5. Prison Governance. In the event that a correctional facility's commanding officer is killed or incapacitated, authority for the facility should be transferred to the next highest ranking officer. For example, a captain, lieutenant, or second lieutenant. In the absence of an available officer, authority then transfers to the highest ranked enlisted man, in descending order as follows: Staff Sergeant, Sergeant, Corporal, Lance Corporal, Private. Should there be no enlisted men able to fulfill the duties of command, authority hereafter transfers to prison staff, the composition of which may vary between institutions, as follows: surgeon, doctor, nurse, cook, janitor, groundskeeper. If none of these are available, the prisoner likely has larger problems than determining who is in command.
Alright, let me just...
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Gotta be right back. So... Sorry about that, the cats were running out after they came back into my room. Now they've suddenly wandered back out.
I trust you're well, sir.
Alright. Do you believe it's this? Yep, here. You've didn't have all the books you found.
Ah, you found the first book. I'm sure it will give me loads of ideas. Great. You found another book. Can't wait to read it. Another book. Great stuff. I'll read this as soon as my shift's over. Fantastic. Another book. I look forward to reading this one. Excellent. That's the last book. With all these at my fingertips, I'll have every answer at my fingertips. I suppose the only person I take orders from now is you, Your Majesty. So, what about it? What's your first order for me? Of course, the most pressing issue is deciding how this facility should be run from now on. You could release all the political prisoners. That's sure to endear you to the public. Or you could just leave things as they are. That's often the simplest choice, and the least paperwork. And of course, you could lock up more innocent people. No one would dare oppose you with a threat of ending up here.
I think you all know what I'm going to be doing. Release the political prisoners, keep the dangerous ones inside.
Yes, sir. I'll inform the men of your decision, Your Majesty.
Prisoner management for beginners. By your orders, Headley will release all those who were unjustly imprisoned. That is just so just. And with that, I do believe our time in Raven's Card Keep has come to an end. I might do more videos for these books. Let me check something. Let's see. Clockwork. Oh, there's always this one. Reconstruction. Huxley needs your help with a little project. I could do that. Where's Godwin's Island? Oh, here it is. Godwin Estate. Anyway, I'll see about doing either of those for the next episode. Unless this is going to be the final one. In which case, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank you for, subscribing it. Or even just watching this series. It really does help a lot. I hope that you do enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. I do want you to try and leave a like, subscribe, comment, or even share the video. It helps a lot, and it makes me think all this that I do is worth the effort, and that people are actually enjoying this content, even if it's a game that's quite a few years old. Anyway, enough rambling about this. There, 129. Part of the end of the series. Till then, when I see you in the next one, bye bye.